Welcome to this mental imagery, also known as motor imagery or mental practice exercise, which guides you through imagining the process of eating a meal using utensils. This exercise helps strengthen the connections in your brain that control arm movements, grip strength, and coordination. By imagining these actions, you can support your recovery and improve your brain-body connection. Take a moment to sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you'd like, and take a deep breath in and out. Before beginning, ensure that you are seated in a stable and supported position. Imagine yourself sitting upright in a chair with both feet flat on the floor. Your back is straight and your shoulders are relaxed but aligned. Feel the support of the chair beneath you and make sure your arms are positioned comfortably on the table. Good posture is essential for safe swallowing, breathing, and overall comfort. It also helps maximize the movement available in your affected arm by improving shoulder range of motion. Imagine yourself sitting upright at your dining table. Feel the weight of your arm resting on the table. In front of you, there is a plate of delicious food and a set of your favorite utensils: a fork, a knife, a spoon, and maybe a pair of chopsticks. Picking up the fork. Visualize your hand reaching forward toward the fork on the table. Your fingers extend slightly, and your thumb moves outward to create an open grasp. As your hand approaches the fork's handle, your fingers flex around it, grabbing securely but comfortably. Your thumb presses lightly against the side, providing stability. Now engage your wrist and elbow as you lift the fork off the table with a controlled motion. Feel the small shift in weight as you bring it toward your plate, keeping your wrist steady and your elbow slightly bent. Scooping with the fork. Now imagine using the fork to pick up a bite of food. Rotate your wrist slightly outward as you press the fork down, using a gentle but firm grasp. Feel the resistance as you slide the prongs of the fork through. Bend your elbow slightly as you lift the fork toward your mouth. Keep your shoulder relaxed and guide the fork with intention. As it reaches your lips, use a subtle wrist movement to tilt the fork. Your fingers and thumb adjust slightly to maintain control around the fork. As your elbow bends and your wrist angles the fork to allow the food to enter your mouth. Gently relax your arm back down to the table. Let's imagine reaching to gather a fork full of food 10 times, focusing on the sensation of gripping the fork, rotating at the wrist and forearm to scoop or pierce the food, bending and releasing at the elbow, and lifting and lowering at the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Using the knife and fork together. Now place the fork down for a moment and focus on the knife. Visualize your hand moving forward toward the knife's handle. Your fingers flex as they wrap around it securely, and your thumb resting along the side for control. Now with your other hand, pick up the fork again and adjust your grip to hold it more firmly. Picture yourself pressing the fork gently into a piece of food to hold it into place. Your fingers maintain a stable grip while your elbow stays slightly bent. Now move the knife in a sawing motion, engaging your wrist and forearm. Feel the pressure of your strong grip as the blade smoothly slices through. Feel the engagement of your shoulder and your upper back muscles as you saw forward and backward with the knife. Continue cutting with control, adjusting your grip as needed. When you are done, gently release the knife down onto the table and again focus on the sensation of your fingers extending open to release the knife down. Now we will be reaching for a spoon. Your fingers open slightly and your thumb moves outward to grasp the rounded handle. Imagine scooping up a spoonful of soup or a soft food like yogurt. Rotate your wrist subtly to keep the contents steady on the spoon. As you lift the spoon, your elbow bends and your forearm moves smoothly toward your mouth. Bring it to your lips, then use a gentle wrist movement to tilt the spoon and take a bite. Let's imagine reaching to scoop a spoonful of soup or yogurt 10 times, focusing on the sensations of gripping the spoon in your hand, rotating at the wrist and forearm to scoop, bending and releasing at the elbow, and lifting and lowering at the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Using chopsticks. Chopsticks are not used by everyone, but for those who do, they require fine motor coordination and dexterity. If you are comfortable using them, imagine your hand reaching for a pair of chopsticks. Your fingers and thumb adjust to hold one chopstick ready, while your index and middle fingers control the movement of the second chopstick. Feel the delicate pressure as you bring the chopsticks together adjusting your grip as needed. Imagine using a precise pinching motion to pick up a small piece of food. Your fingers coordinate smoothly as you lift the food and guide it toward your mouth, bending at the elbow and lifting at the shoulder. With steady control, you bring the food to your lips and release your grip slightly to place the food in your mouth. Now we will visualize reaching for a cup. Your fingers open slightly as your thumb moves to stabilize the side of the cup. Your fingers wrap securely around the handle or the body of the cup, adjusting to the shape and its height. As you lift it, your wrist stabilizes to keep the liquid steady. Your elbow bends as you bring the cup toward your mouth. Feel the cool rim of the glass or the warmth of a mug as you tilt it gently to take a sip. After drinking, smoothly lower the cup back to the table, releasing your grasp in a controlled motion. Focus on the sensation of opening your fingers and pulling your thumb away from the cup or the glass. Now take a deep breath in and out. Visualize your meal completed, feeling satisfied and in control of your movements. When you're ready, open your eyes and bring your awareness back to the present moment. This motor imagery exercise can be repeated daily to reinforce functional movement patterns. The more vividly you imagine these actions, the stronger the connection between your brain and your motor recovery. If you found this exercise helpful, consider subscribing to this channel and sharing the video with others who may benefit from it. Your support helps bring these exercises to more people on their recovery journey.